Hello, my name's Samuel Cliff. I work for Worldwide Fruit, which is an international fruit marketing and distribution company, and we source products from 18 countries, including avocados, pears, apples, and stone fruit. And I'm the Ethical Trading Manager, and I'm going to be talking to you today about the forced labour indicator reports from Sedex. So, how do I use the Sedex forced labour indicator reports? Well, I use them in the Worldwide Fruit Ethical Trading Program as another tool to help prioritise supply chain risk management. For instance, I use the country benchmarking tool and the supplier performance tool. So the country benchmarking one is really useful at your first level so that you can look at your countries with regards to forced labour risks. Now Sedex use three areas of risk categorisation: definite indicators, strong indicators, and possible indicators. And depending on the outcomes that are found from the Sedex SAQs and the audits available in the system, your suppliers are effectively then ranked across those three categories. What it does, the country benchmarking report, it allows you at a first glance to look at all of the countries you work with, the number of sites you use in that country that are on Sedex, and the number of sites with indicators. And of course, when you download that as an Excel file, you can then rank it from the highest level of risk to the lowest. So straight away, you have a tool that can give you from high to low in your supply chain of your countries where the riskiest ones are. That's a great place to start. The second report that I find really useful is actually the supplier performance against indicators across your supply chain for specific sites with the highest risk. Again, another great tool to help you prioritize your focus in your supply chain. Any tool that provides value in the context of the Modern Slavery Act 2015 has got to be used, in my opinion, and these two Sedex tools are really useful. In terms of benefits from using the Sedex forced labour indicator reports, for me it's pretty clear. When we're working in our supply chains, we always need to look at a way of how we can prioritize our time and our focus. These reports in themselves, certainly the ones I use, which is the country benchmarking and the supplier performance against indicators, those two reports allow me to look at my supply chain, both at country level and then at supplier level. So in themselves, they provide a very valuable visual aid as to where the greater risk is in your supply chain with regard to forced labour. And of course, you can then build that in your ethical trade program in a way that suits you. So when we're talking about board level conversations, because of the Modern Slavery Act 2015 in the UK, the conversation of modern slavery and forced labour is bigger than ever. So your directors can tune into these reports with ease. If you download these reports, as I do, as an Excel format, it will bring with it the colour coding. So red for the definite, orange for the strong, and of course yellow for the possible indicators. When you're showing country level and when you're showing supplier level risk, with that colour coding, these reports in themselves already provide a visual and easy to see explanation for your directors. So for me, they're a really, really valuable tool to add to your suite of tools in your ethical trading program. And if you're someone that's a technical person or a buyer, for example, working in procurement, if this is an additional element to your role, these reports are a very quick way to harness information from the Sedex system. And I think lastly, the point I really want to get across is that if you're someone in the business that's quite new to the business and you're taking on ethical trade as part of your responsibility, or it's a new role that's been created for you in the business you currently work in, this is a great place to start actually learning about where risk can really be in your supply chain. Because the Sedex has been capturing information for your suppliers that are on the system, and the answers that are given in SAQs and the audit findings that occur from ethical audits, Sedex has done the hard work for you through combining those outputs into a tangible report which gives you the ability to rank your supply chain. So really it can be an opportunity to look across your supply chain with a bit more confidence, certainly if you're new to ethical trade.